morning. It is Monday, July 6th, about 9 a.m. We got the 4240 and the AGCO V12 rake out again. We had some rain the other night when I was baling this alfalfa. I got rained out before I got done. We got about an inch of rain down here, so it was a good welcome rain, and we needed it. So what we do here, I can set my rake up, so I only put one side on the ground, and we're just turning these windrows. Sorry, I gotta get closer here. Excuse me. Just flipping them over so they're not some feet on the ground, get some air under them, get them to dry out, that kind of thing. So, I'm hoping the weather will be conducive today that I can bale tonight and get this wrapped up. No pun intended there. But get her done so we can. Neighbor called. They were actually wanting to haul it this morning. I said, well, you can haul what's here. However, I didn't get it all baled. I offered them if they were worried about leaving it. It got rained on it. They didn't want to take that. They thought they'd be fine. They'd take it all as long as it was dry. So, looking at that, I'm surprised the bottom of the windrow is quite a bit of green in there. So it should be good hay yet. And I know it's kind of tough. Color doesn't mean quality. It helps, but it doesn't mean that that's all that there is. So that's the story there. As you can see, our grass is really growing. That's the other thing. I need to get these bales off and get this sprayed because the alfalfa is starting to come back pretty well too. Sorry, got a ditch there. Get her sprayed this week would be the hope. They're talking rain Wednesday night through the weekend, so get this picked up, baled and off and sprayed, and we'll be in good shape. Kind of failed in a bit of a crop update. I would like to give you guys looked at the teff grass this morning. It looks pretty good. It just it seems to me like it's growing slow. I mean, it was planted the 15th of May, so it's been like 50 days right at. So, but I'm thinking maybe next week, first part of next week, we can put it on the ground. It looks like it's starting to get to where that rapid growth is. Not that I know a lot about teff grass. I've only raised them 1 year before this, so could make it. We'll see what we learn there. But just doing a little raking this morning. I think we got the baler dialed in where we want it. As far as size of the bales, I think we're pretty close. So, looked at the sorghum sedan this morning. It's about waist high. 10 days ago or so, I had them spray it with dicamba. I had some pigweed, some water ham, some devil's claw, and a little bit of velvet leaf in it, especially where it was thin, where I'd hate cows this winter and fed hay and stuff. So. But the problem was it was weird. It curled up a bunch of the pigweeds, but it didn't kill or even ding any of the velvet leaf or the devil's claw. It might have been a canopy issue or something, which it turned out not to be, which was kind of odd. It didn't work that way. So I had them come back and we come to an agreement where they would spray it again for, offsetting the cost. They wouldn't charge me the application. And we put on a high rated 5-pound 2,4-D with some foliar nitrogen. The last couple of years I've started using more of that, not necessarily because I need the nitrogen, which in this case it wasn't going to hurt. Some of the cane needed it. It wasn't going to hurt to put it on. And the other case was, I think it's an excellent adjuvant as a sticker burner type product. and then run high gallon water. Like I think they ran 25 gallon an acre of water to help it stick. So if you haven't noticed, I used to run a sprayer a lot. Used to sell a lot of chemical, do a lot of application and recommendations. So that's where that knowledge comes from. It's not that I'm making it up. We got over 10 years of experience doing that. So that was my previous life before we moved home. And even for a while when I moved home. Nope, so I looked at it this morning and it looked like it smoked it. It did lean the cane. We got some wind and some rain. We got some wind with our rain the other night. And it leaned the cane a little bit. And that's going to be the 240 and dicamba are both going to do that to an extent. So it'll be all right. We're supposed to have some hot days here the next 3 days. Upper 90s, even the end of the week when they're talking rain, upper 90s. So I expect it to grow, you know, if it gets to chest high or so, I think I'm going to cut it, which I think it could be there in a week. So it's another reason. Well, I got to get this done so the alfalfa can regrow, but kind of pushing. I'd like to, perfect world, cut the sedan grass one day. The next day cut the tough grass, and then a day or so later rake the tough grass, and then a day or so later bale the tough grass, and by then we can think about seeing if the cane's getting close. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to rake it. It'll be too heavy, especially for this rake. This is just a rake I got from a neighbor, actually traded some alfalfa hay for it. He bought a bigger one, and he was looking for some alfalfa. So he had this rake for sale. I said, well, what do you think about trading some, sorry if you get lost here, some hay for your rake? Sounds like a plan, so that's what we did. Worked out the best, I think, for both of us. So this is only the second year I've had it. Before that, I always had, Dad has a John Deere 700 hydraulic rake, which is like a Vermeer R23. Hydraulic rake, same rake. He'd either let me use the rake or he'd sometimes even come down and run it on the tractor for me. And then we'll see how it goes, but that'd be next week. It'd be I'm going to call it the second full week in July, which I think it is. We can work on cane and tough grass. And we get that far. The third week of July, I usually do our native prairie grass hay, which this year's going to be, there's only 50 acres, and I thought about not putting it up, but I'm going to have to put it up. I think I'm going to need the hay. We might fertilize it after we put it up. I've never fertilized it that time of year, but I like to graze that in the wintertime when it's dormant with my cows or calving, or even in the spring when it's starting to break dormancy. I've been fertilizing it in the spring. I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't fertilize it in the fall. And get a good growth on it going so it can store all its nutrients it needs for the winter and the fall. Just thinking about that. Worth a try, you know, because I'm going to have them fertilize the sedan grass and the tough grass again, so after it's put up. So what the heck, they're down here doing it, why not do, you know, a little bit more. So we'll have to look at it. I know I really probably should look at the economics a little better, but the way it's going, we're going to need all the feed we can get, and no matter how you look at it, in my case, I've got the equipment. I can grow my own feed so much cheaper than I can buy feed. It's not even funny. So I'm still hoping we might get close to 50 ton off this field. I don't know if we're quite going to get it. There was 38 bales when I quit the other night. So, you know, is there another 30 bales in this? There could be. There's almost over half the acres in what I'm doing, but it's lighter hay than what I have already baled. However, it is substantially heavier than last cutting. And last cutting's bales were huge, so So we cut these down. I'm hoping they'll come in around 1,300 pounds. That's just my goal. That's a good size for me to handle. My old bale bed will handle them. My tractor and loader handles them well. It's not so hard on the belts and the bearings and the baler. It's a few more trips, but they're not as hard on the bale trailer either for the pickup. You know, we had 6 bales on that bale trailer, and we'd have almost 7 ton of hay on it. It's just unreal. 6.5 anyway. So that's a lot of weight. I don't mind doing it, just not on that trailer. It's not built for it. The pickup's really not either. You know, that kind of weight, I like hauling. Get much more than that, I just soon use my semi. So, which I haven't had any use for yet this year. Last year we've been hauling hay all the time with it by now, but I have not hauled a load of hay with it since May, which was last year's hay anyway. We're getting there, so this hay looks really good. I'm happy. I think we get a good drying day. We'll bale her up tonight and see what we got for bales. It'll also help that alfalfa that's laying on, how yellow it is, get it growing. A couple of days, you'll never know it. It is what it is. Nobody likes their hay getting rained on, and you don't want to flip it and handle it anymore than you have to. It just takes leaves and quality off of it. You got to do what you got to do. So. Alrighty, well, I don't know a lot more, so maybe tonight I'll get you a baling video. I didn't the other night. I was in a hurry. I was trying to beat the rain. I knew it was going to rain. I was having fun. We were going about 8 mile an hour baling hay. That was kind of fun. So, and there's no way I can do that up on this part of the field. It's too rough. But down there, it was smooth enough we could do it. So. Excuse me. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.